Okay, y'all. Hello. Here I am again, taking a break from life. So I was minding my business, and I went to this gas station. Went in there, got me some water, got me some Gatorade. He walked out already sounding like he got an attitude, and he like, got an attitude like, can I help you? I said, I'm just getting something to drink. I'm looking for something to drink. So then he like, he was like, I'm just trying to be cool, just talking to people. I was like, you like talking to people? He was like, yeah. No, he was like, I like talking to people. Something like this. I don't understand. I mean, I can't really remember everything that was said because he threw me off after the conversation. He threw me off while he was just basically tossing my bag around because he was mad. So he was like, I was like, oh, okay, you know, because he said, he was talking about how he liked talking to people or something like that. I was like, all right, like, good for you. And then he was like, I guess he was trying to reciprocate the same energy that he had, and I just wasn't, I'm not in a mood for none of that. You know, I got my moves, you got your moves. If I'm not feeling the moment, or I'm not feeling no conversation with you, I'm not feeling a conversation with you. You know, I'm not here to conversate. I'm not here to conversate. I'm here to get what I need to get and get out of here. You know? So I got my stuff. I went to get the EBT card. Like, and he like, we in a drive-through. So it's like, he was like, you need a bag? I was like, yeah. So he put in the bag, he got the bag, and I'm getting my wallet out of my bag. I'm like, you gonna hand me the bag? And then I'm thinking he gonna hand me the bag because nobody giving the EBT card. He's gonna have to put the bag down anyway to ring up the EBT card. I'm like, you gonna give me the bag? He's like, once you give me my money, 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 like, once you give me my money. Man, I was just like, that's not proud. That's that humbleness inside of me where when they come at me like that, I'm just like, so I was like, okay. This is why I don't conversate with people. So I told him that. And then he was like, he went back there to put the bag down. You would have handed me the bag. You wouldn't have had to go all the way back there to put the bag down just to ring up the card. You know, but people want to be people, and they want to be so arrogant to the point where, you know, trust issues, arrogant, and all that other stuff. So he went back there, and I'm telling him my card number. I told him my card number like 4 times. 4 times. Because he couldn't hear because he's so stuck in his head. So he was stuck in his head and he couldn't hear. And that's what arrogant people is. That's real self-obnoxious, self-centered. They're stuck in their head. Oh, I look good, I feel good, this, that, and the third. Do your job. So you couldn't hear me because you're so stuck on the conversation that we just had. So he was stuck on the conversation we just had. He was stuck on the way I was acting. He was stuck on the way I was talking. And that's just what it is. So he was like, I told him the card a couple times, and he was like, he was like, oh, that can't be the card number. I'm like, that is the card number. I done told you the card number like 2 times, and this is the 4th time I'm telling you it's the card number. So he was like, no, that ain't what you said the first time. You said 5 digits the first time. I'm like, no, I did not. You know, so I didn't say it. I mean, so then he got, well, okay, so after he rung up the card, I put the card in my wallet, I'm grabbing the bag, and he called, I'm walking away. Oh, and I was like, yeah, that's why I was just like, you know what, that's why I don't conversate. You know, I don't conversate with people because I know how it can go. But I don't think I said that yet until I'm walking away because I ain't thinking I'm not thinking he gonna say nothing after that. I walk away and this dude called me a bitch. I was like, hold up. I turned around, I was like, what you say? He was like, bitch. I was like, so I just went out, I went off after that. I'm like, why are you calling me? Like, I was, you know, the calmest way, the most respectfulest way that I can talk about what just happened is that it's basically like, why did you just disrespect me? Because you feeling a certain way because you wasn't getting the reaction that you wanted out of me. So you feeling some type of way? So, he was like, he said something. He was like, you ain't gonna come up here and do nothing to me or something like that. I was like, well, I would slap that motherfucking smile off your face. And then he was like, he was like, I'm gonna get my, he was like, he said something like, I bet you won't, just standing there. I was like, go ahead, keep talking. I bet I do. And then this dude gonna say, I'm gonna get my dog. I wish my dog was here. And that just brought up to, like, I just thought about it when he said that because he do always have his dog at his store. And I was always wondering, like, why y'all always got dogs around? And that's why they have their dogs around to protect them. You know, just like moms be like pretending like they pregnant and they not pregnant, or they lose a baby and turns out they acting like they're still pregnant just so they don't get into no fights. Just like they carry anything around to protect them, a gun. So that's basically, I'm just like, okay, so you want your dog, like, is you scared? He was like, yeah. And that's the thing about foreigners, they will be honest when they scared. They actually say yeah. Because I asked him, like, you scared? He was like, yeah. I was like, you know, like, okay, so you gonna go get your dog like you would go get a gun? Like, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna go get my dog to bite your ass. I was like, go get your dog. Go get your dog, because I'm not scared of dogs. You know, I'm really not. But that's how people is, like, especially with dogs nowadays. You getting your dogs, that's what I'm saying. People don't get dogs or they don't have pets to just have pets. They don't care about these pets. Y'all get dogs to protect y'all. You know, y'all don't care about y'all dogs. Y'all just get them to protect y'all from your reflection. You know, protect y'all from your own kind. That's like a freaking deer going to get a lion to protect him from a pack of deers. Make it make sense for me. But yeah, that was crazy, because all I was going in there intentionally, I'm just going in there, get my water and get out of there. You chose to have a conversation with me, you know, and I'm not knocking you for it. When I said I don't like conversating with people, and you talking about I'm just trying to make conversation with people, like, be friendly, this and that, because you know, you feeling good, I feel it. But don't change up your mode just because you see I'm not feeling what you feeling. You know, if you feeling that negative energy from me, you know, my bad. But I came here to do one thing, and you wouldn't have felt it if you was just doing what you got to do and wasn't trying to be arrogant. You know, talking about give me my money and I give you your bag, nigga. It's only a freaking 2 waters and a Gatorade in here. You acting like I got a whole bunch of stuff in this bag. Like, what's really worth it? At the end of the day, you're getting a fucking EBT card. What you thought I was about to pull out some cash? Oh no, you get an EBT card, boo boo. So you can act all arrogant until all you want to. You still gonna have to talk to me for the PIN number. You know, so before you try to knock a situation, you better observe and, you know, be mindful of your situation, of what you're getting yourself into, because at the end of the day, it's gonna fall back on you, just like it fell back on him. Like, you really felt some type of way. I'm walking away peacefully towards the situation, because I know how to handle these type of situations, you know. But me walking away wasn't enough. This dude had to call bitch after me. I'm like, dang, you just called me a bitch? Did you just call me a bitch? I'm about to like, he was really getting me hyped up to the point where I would put my hands on you. But again, like I said, the people who's behind the fucking counter, being that the fact that he wasn't behind the counter, but them Arabs got cameras all over that place. Just like they got them dogs, they got cameras all over the place, and they gonna watch you like a hawk. And if you do anything, they gonna, you know, take it upon themselves to do what they gotta do. So yeah, I was just like, you know, wow. That's how it was from. It's like, wow. And it's like that. I don't know who you're talking to, but okay. Like I said, people in a professional environment, they tend to hold you back. But at the same time, just humble yourself. It's just teaching you to humble yourself to their BS, because eventually they're going to be feeling the same type of way, or that situation going to come back on them because of how they handled you, and they didn't handle you the right way. So that experience will come back on them, and then they're going to get into it with the wrong person. They're going to call a bitch they're going to call after a bitch to the wrong person, and that person ain't going to act the same way that I acted. I'm a woman to the situation. There's gay dudes out here. You know, just think like this. You thinking this gay dude is a woman, you call him a bitch, he gonna wind up splitting you. You know? So, anyways, I was about to say something else, but I forgot. That's really all I wanted to talk about. I really didn't want to sit down and talk about it, but sometimes I be feeling discombobulated in my mind, like I'm holding on to something I'm not supposed to, and when I feel that way, I feel like I gotta let go for some reason. You know, I could have held on to it, but at the same time, I don't like thinking about something that just ain't good for me. That's the thing. I wasn't in a good mood when I came out here, but being on the bus and going to the store and stuff like that, before I went to his store, I had my mood got better. So as soon as my mood was good, like my mood was up here, that's when I walked into the store. I was cool, I was relaxed, I was good. And he came to me with the attitude. And that's when I say, you can't be happy. That's why when people put you in situations to humble you, you be humble. You know, don't be too arrogant, don't be too prideful, don't be all up here, because people are going to knock you down. You know, for whatever reason, I guess it's nature. They meant to do it, because if it's happening over and over and over again, it gotta be what it is. You know, God is telling you, to be content. Always remain content. Don't get too full of yourself, because in that next moment somebody gonna try to take that away from you, and that's what this guy tried to take. That he tried to take that away from me, you know. And what's gonna tick a person off? So what's gonna tick a black person off, you know, to the point, any woman, what's gonna tick a woman off and try to take their joy? What's gonna try to steal their joy? The joy is calling them out of their name. But it ain't the first time I've been called out of my name. It ain't the first time I dealt with people like this. So it's just like, once you normalize the situation, it is what it is. But they don't feel that way. They feel like they're gonna get what they get out of you, because they're still stuck in that pattern and they're not evolving. When you don't evolve, you lose wisdom. And wisdom is only the truth to everything, and you see stuff clearly. You see people clearly. You see life clearly. Without that wisdom, you're still seeing through that fog glass, and you see like everything that fog glass is hitting you right back in your face, because it's reflecting back at you. And you thinking, oh, it used to be this way, I'm gonna treat the situation like it was before and I'm gonna get what I want. No, because life has evolved, and you didn't jump on the train when it was evolving. You chose to be left behind. So whatever you're left behind with, you got to deal with it. You know, you stuck back there. Life is still going to go on. You're still going to get pulled, and you being pulled is just that irritation that you feel because you didn't evolve when you were supposed to. So life is tugging at you. Now, like I said, I was feeling good. I was cool, but at the same time, it's just like how he made me feel. I ain't even treat nobody else differently. But sometimes your energy speaks louder than your words or what you intend, and everybody else is feeling that, and you don't even know until you're in the situation I'm in right now, and you're like, hold up, let me sit down and just recollect myself. Because even though I don't feel like, and that's the thing, sometimes I feel like something is off, but I try not to pay it no mind. I try not to make a big deal out of it. I try not to. I done missed dinner because I sat down and talked about this. I was planning on making it to dinner. I could have made it to dinner, but I don't know what. Like that's the thing that irritates me, because it's like I know what I'm about to do, but it's like I always gotta stop and just stop where I'm at, and I don't even know why I'm stopping where I'm at. But it's like it's obligated for me to stop where I'm at, and I hate that for me. Can I just carry on with my life, even though everybody attacking me and making, and they feeling some type of way? I don't care. It's not bothering me. I just want to continue about my day. Why don't I, though? That's the question I have for myself, because my mind be telling me no, and my body be like, you good? Like, what the heck? And that's when I'm like, all right, it's time to align, get back into alignment, because we're on 2 different pages right now. All right, but I'm about to get out of here. I'll talk to y'all next time. Like, comment, subscribe, be notified, share at your own will to show you care. Bye.